Hello and welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2, this time featuring the Galluss-K. Another support, oddly enough, in the 550 range. That's, it's not a bad unit. It's got a couple things going for it. Let's go over some of its skills. It's got high performance radar, high performance scope, data link, blah blah blah, anti-stealth, which is nice. Scouting, parallel processing, high performance aerial gimbal, leg shock absorbers, quick boost, high spec ambag. I believe in the gameplay I accidentally said this had balancers. It does not. But going over what else it has a decent amount of range and melee strength. I actually use it with the Galluss-J beam gun because it does a automatic basic stagger. It gives you missiles to throw into some of your rotations, and it tag teams well with the beam cannon, which I keep calling a shoulder knuckle gun. I usually suggest, if you want to use this as a way to lock someone up to do a lot of damage, open with the beam cannon, go to this, and switch between them. Use the other weapons as a way to add in chip damage, or stay mobile and still be able to throw some damage out. It's a decent little unit for what it is. It's not especially great, in my opinion, but it doesn't need to be. It serves its job well, and you'll see in the gameplay, it can be a pain in the ass if you ignore it, or your team just doesn't prioritize it, or it can get people alone. Alright, we'll see you in the gameplay to come. Bye-bye.
Welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation, this time with the Galluss-K. I've been basically kind of holding back on using this here. I do like the Gallus, but I've always had traditionally trouble with the beam rifle on the General, but thanks to Aqua Vengeance, I figured out that it pulls to the left, and I was pulling to the right on it, so that's why I was missing so many shots. But back to the gameplay. This is a interesting little suit. It's I believe it's got balancers. It's got a couple of options. You can take a bazooka, but I took the beam rifle, and you'll see why after a little bit. I'm gonna throw some damage on this guy. Let my two dudes take him out. I'm going to turn over here and just fire those off. And you're going to see I'm going to start getting into a bit of a rhythm where I fire the shoulder-mounted knuckle gun and then go into the beam gun a lot more as I kind of get a rhythm with it. So bam, 3,320 damage on that guy. Throw some of them arm missiles at him. I'm going to fire that, but my dude goes right into it. Hit him with the beam gun again. Take him out. Now, that is a ground Gelgoog, I believe, over there. I'm just going to come over here and add to his misery. Get shot. I built this thing to be kind of a tank, and it's actually surprisingly fast for what it is. So I'm just going to avoid that guy. Get the knife. Use the knife Bennett. He used it alright. I got knifed. But, yeah, the raid just came up on me. You're gonna see how things go from here, but trust me, it'll be interesting. So, it's an interesting unit. I noticed a lot of people use the bazooka, because, you know, it's reload. I believe the beam rifle is too, but it's ballistic damage at a point where resistances are starting to kind of lower on that end, but I decided to go against it and use the beam gun. So I noticed a really tiny guy come flying over here, and you can see him between the two engines if you look careful, but I thought he had already slipped in there or was around the wheel well. So I'm going to throw a couple of these in to try to ward him off or get him. Realize he's up there after he shoots me in the face. I'm going to spend a little bit of time as my team kind of get destroyed up there, trying to get this guy. So I get kind of tired of wasting my time with him, especially as I see my team starting to spawn back in. I'm like, I've wasted enough time. Switch to these. And I'm just going to fire there and get him. And I'm like, okay, he's done. And at this point, I'm just kind of giving up. And we're going to use the... go back to the beam gun. I'm going to take a shot right as he's flying down, and he's going to get knocked. Then bam. He had one hell of a bad day. And then I'm going to throw that in. That's the raid, oddly enough, I believe. Hit him with the beam gun. Now, I like to use it as the shoulder gun and then right into the beam gun. As you're going to see here. He rolled out of it. But I'm going to ward him off as much as I can because even though this thing's not bad and it's fairly good, you don't want people... moving in the melee, so I'm just going to keep pumping shots over and wasting his time. Now, if you know anything about me, that I view my job, especially as a member of a team, to kind of peel people off and let my movers and shakers do their job. So I see he's going to come over there to support the guy probably doing a base bomb. So I'm just going to shift now that he's not my problem. And I'm like, okay, they're base bombing. I'll take a pot shot at the suit, realize I'm not in range, then move up to try. Oh, I see this guy, so I start falling back. Miss him. Hit him there. Get him there again. And I'm starting to get my rhythm here. And this is the raid, so I'm just going to keep working his legs off. And I'm going to keep kind of hitting him with these staggers. Because he's not charging me. If he charged me, I would have probably been doomed. But I got a guy comes up here. I'm able to shoot him and he's just gone. This unit is actually surprisingly pretty good with the beam gun. I'm going to take that shot. Now, I don't spend a huge amount of time trying to kill every unit I see. I usually try to keep them locked up, but, you know, this guy's got a lot of shields. But he's going to come right at me. I'm just going to take him out there. And then, oh, here's the ground Gelgoog. I'm going to shoot him in his leg. Now here I'm just going to juggle him. Now this is I think where this unit's real strength is. You can juggle between the beam rifle and the shoulder-mounted knuckle gun, and just keep someone locked up and do horrendous amounts of damage. So I kept him locked up till 5 and 1, I believe, were able to come up. Now I got guys coming up on me, shoot him in the legs, and hit him again. Now, I'm deliberately targeting their legs because I'm more interested... No, not necessarily crippling their legs. The raid's not paying attention to me again. Which is really funny when you think about it. But I am trying to do enough damage because a lot of players, when they see their legs are low, will back off. Not all, but some will. So I'm just kind of keeping this... raid at range and working with my guy here, and he's gone. So I built a lot for resistances and then a little bit for damage and always leg health. You'll find that that'll get you through a lot. So here's this poor Crown Gelgoog. I don't have the stuff to juggle him like I would normally, so I'm just kind of harassing him at the moment. Kind of keeping him from doing his job is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm just doing this. 5 comes up on him. It's kind of a done deal at this point. He got the knife too. Man, Bennett is just everywhere knifing people. Throw that up there, get that guy. So where I can, I am trying to just throw up damage and support. And this is one of those matches where you're just kind of getting ignored, so you should just take advantage of it. This guy thought about how many times I've shot his legs out, so he kind of backed off there. Shoot him right there. Hit him again, but he managed to dodge roll. So my shoulder gun isn't up. So thought process-wise, I'm just trying to keep as many people locked up. And I'm like, okay, I can take this guy out. Bam, he's gone. And we're at the end of the match. Let's see how we did. Well, no bow of shame. So that's one thing. Wee. And did not get on the board, but still. Praise this guy here. And praise him. They did a heck of a job. And third place, nothing to cry about. Bye-bye.